Imagine being married for 10 years and your spouse telling you, I've lost my feelings for you. How would you feel? What would you say? How would you react? In this video, I'm going to do a book review on the love story, the bittersweet love story of a pastor and his wife, how they overcame the obstacles that come with marriage, and what they did to repair their marriage, the obstacles and the things that they had to deal with, and how a pastor and his wife exposed themselves. Stay tuned. Written in a first-person narrative, Vertical Marriage is written by Pastor David and his wife, Ann Wilson. They share both of their unique perspectives on what it was like being young and married and the stages they went through to get to where they are. They share both the dark and the good sides of marriage. And it's a very comical yet transparent book. This book was very written with an intention to help married couples. First of all, I believe to understand that they're not alone, that no matter what you deal with, when you know the secret to a successful marriage, you can do it. And so this book is written or broken up into 4 sections. Number 1, going vertical. It talks about what having a vertical marriage is, and that being the key to a successful marriage. It also talks about conflict and communication. And look, let me just tell you, you're going to deal with conflict in your marriage. That's not, you cannot get a pass, you cannot get a go, nothing. You will deal with conflict in your marriage. However, it's not the fact of whether you deal with conflict, it's how you respond to the conflict that makes the difference. They talk about that and how they approached it in different ways and how sometimes they won and sometimes they learned. They talk about intimacy. Now, I'm going to tell you, that's the 3rd section. Let me just tell you, being a marriage coach and having been married for almost 25 years, I know how important this intimacy is. They talk a lot about sex. And let me tell you something, child. If you don't get this book for any other reason, get it for that. They talk about sex. They talk about a situation where Dave was doing something that was really irritating her. And it's a good read. And then section 4, living vertical, having a successful marriage without putting the pressure on your spouse to be something that God never created them to be. Now, by the way, if you like what you've heard so far, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and click that like button. And then 2 of my favorite channels are, not channels, but 2 of my favorite sections, chapters. Chapters are 14 and 15. I like 13 too. 13 is, don't you think about sex all the time? Do you? And then 14 and 15, I like these chapters because they are the same title. Both of them are called Dave's Neck Problem. Now, why is it a book written with 2 of the same chapter titles? Because it's her perspective and his perspective. And you know, many men, many married men have a neck problem or have dealt with a neck problem. And it's in reference to sex. So again, this book look, let me tell you something. If you are not doing sex or talking about sex when it comes to marriage, you're going to have some issues. So if you even just want a better sex life, get this book. Vertical Marriage, get this book. But anyway, while Dave and Ann share their ups and lows, the good and the bad, on how they overcame things, they really have a desire to see you as a married woman to get better, to learn that you can have a successful marriage. You can have a successful marriage, but you do have to put in the work. By the way, go ahead and click the link below if you want to purchase this book. This book is about, 15 chapters? Maybe even a little bit more than that. But it also has some questions at the end of the book. Let me show you. Well, there's somewhere. Anyway, there's questions at the end of the book. But if you want to take a deeper dive, go ahead and get the workbook, an interactive workbook, because here's the thing. As a wife coach, I've dealt with so many married women. And the bottom line is one question I always ask: are you going to put in the work? If you get this book, I can commit to you that your marriage will change. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, this book is a 10 because it's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you connect with you. It's going to help you to be a better marriage. It's going to give you that secret key to a successful marriage. And basically, it's putting God first, but they talk about how you can do that in a practical way. By the way, if you have not already done so, go ahead and click subscribe to my channel and the notification bell so you can get more videos like this. And go ahead and click that like button. I'll see you in the next video.